In the sixth chapter of the first part of Ayn Rand's Atlas Shrugged, the narrative delves deeper into the complex relationships and emerging conflicts that define the characters' interactions. The chapter unfolds with Lillian hosting a party to celebrate her husband Hank Rearden's wedding anniversary. Despite his lack of enthusiasm for the celebration, Hank attends out of a sense of duty. His true desire is to focus on his mills, which are currently in a state of crisis due to the sudden and unexplained resignation of the superintendent overseeing his rolling mills. This resignation is particularly troubling because the mills are in the midst of producing the innovative Taggart Rail, a project critical to the expansion of the Rearden metal track across Colorado. Dagny Taggart, a key figure in the story and Hank's love interest, decides to attend the party. She believes there is genuine reason for celebration, given the progress of the Rearden metal track, and feels puzzled and somewhat disappointed by Hank's formal and distant demeanor toward her. This interaction hints at the underlying tensions and unspoken emotions between them. The dynamic becomes more intricate with the unexpected appearance of Francisco d'Anconia, a character whose history with Hank is fraught with complexity. Francisco, known to Hank as a playboy who squanders his considerable talents, surprises everyone by approaching Hank with sincere intentions. He offers Hank advice that strikes at the core of his personal and professional struggles, urging him to recognize the coercive influence his family wields over him. Francisco's message is clear. Hank must assert his right to pursue his own happiness and stand up against the moral pressures exerted by his family. Although Francisco's words are profound, Hank's disdain for Francisco's perceived irresponsibility leads him to dismiss the advice with insults, highlighting the deep-seated resentment and unresolved history between them. During the party, tensions rise when Dagny overhears Lillian criticizing the Rearden metal bracelet that Hank gifted her. In a graceful display of generosity, Dagny offers Lillian a diamond bracelet in exchange, which Lillian accepts. This exchange escalates into a heated argument, with Hank siding firmly with his wife. The confrontation underscores the stark contrast between Hank's genuine appreciation for innovative achievements, represented by Dagny and the Rearden metal, and the superficial materialistic values embodied by Lillian. Additionally, conversations among the party guests reveal ongoing concerns about Ragnar Danaskold, a modern-day pirate disrupting the shipping routes that carry welfare payments. This subplot adds an element of intrigue and raises questions about the broader societal unrest that permeates the story. The most pivotal moment in this chapter is the interaction between Hank Rearden and Francisco d'Anconia. Despite Hank's contempt for Francisco's wasted potential, he cannot ignore the significance of Francisco's counsel. Francisco's encouragement for Hank to declare the egoistic basis of his work and life is a critical turning point. Hank has always pursued his values, loves, and happiness through his industrious efforts. Yet, he paradoxically allows his family to drain him emotionally and financially, accepting their moral judgments and suffering in silence. Francisco's advice challenges Hank to recognize that his achievements are not only legitimate, but also a source of pride that he should embrace without guilt. This confrontation forces Hank to confront the reality that his sense of duty has been misdirected, supporting those who do not deserve his sacrifices. Francisco's role is to provide Hank with the moral validation he needs to break free from the self-sacrificing patterns that have held him back. Dagny's presence at the party and her interactions with Hank further develop the romantic tension between them. Her admiration for the Rearden metal bracelet symbolizes her reverence for technological innovation and human achievement, contrasting sharply with Lillian's disdain for what she perceives as mere materialism. This contrast not only highlights Dagny's integrity and passion for progress, but also intensifies the emotional stakes for Hank, who finds himself torn between his loyal but oppressive marriage to Lillian and his growing attraction to Dagny. Hank's commitment to his marriage, despite his recognition of its flaws, showcases his complicated sense of duty and honor, adding depth to his character. The chapter also maintains an air of mystery surrounding the various plot elements, such as the sudden resignation of Hank's superintendent and the elusive nature of Ragnar Daneskjold's piracy. These unresolved questions create a sense of anticipation and suspense, encouraging readers to delve deeper into the unfolding narrative. The themes of individualism versus societal pressure, the value of personal achievement, and the struggle for self-assertion are intricately woven into the characters' interactions and conflicts. As Hank begins to grapple with Francisco's advice, the story sets the stage for his personal transformation and the broader philosophical debates that underpin Rand's work. Overall, Part 1, Chapter 6 of Atlas Shrugged masterfully combines character development with thematic exploration, setting the foundation for the protagonist's journey towards self-realization and autonomy. The interactions between Hank, Dagny, and Francisco reveal the complexities of their relationships and the internal conflicts that drive the narrative forward. Through rich detail and nuanced dialogue, Rand illustrates the challenges of maintaining personal integrity in the face of external pressures, making the chapter both engaging and thought-provoking for high school readers. Thanks for diving into this literary analysis with me. If you found this helpful, consider subscribing to Bookly Crash Course for more in-depth book summaries and analyses.